Hey, well, good evening to you. It is Sunday, first day of October, and we are seeing winter start to move in to parts of Alaska tonight through tomorrow and into part of Tuesday. That'll be in the interior and also in the Copper River Basin. Welcome to the Facebook Live show for tonight. My name is Robert Forget. I'm a meteorologist here, and certainly glad to be with you. I'm going to do a couple things because some of you are from Anchorage and you don't want to go through the whole forecast. So I'm going to do the Forget Factoid, which I do every time I'm on the air at 10 o'clock. This will be last night's. Then I'll give a little bit of the forecast for Anchorage, and then we'll get on with the rest of the state if you still want to join us. And for those that are from out of state, really glad to have you here. We've had people on here from St. Paul, which is an island out in the Bering that tunes in as the North Slope is tuned in. People from other states have tuned in. So it's good to have you here. And this is the time of year of transition. We've got the fall colors. We're losing about 5 minutes and 39 seconds a day. So let's start with that and we'll talk about it. So there is our daylight for today, 8:06 a.m., our sunset at 7:30 p.m. That's 5 minutes and 39 seconds, and that gives us 11 hours and 25 minutes of daylight. So we are indeed seeing that, and this is a look outside of what we've got right now, and we are certainly starting to feel the chill of winter. And when I say that, let's go ahead and look and see what we've got going on. But first, I want to give you the Forget Factoid, and this Forget Factoid is from last night. It has to do with the fall. Can you answer this question? It's pretty easy, but first, let me give you this. We're expecting rain tonight, 39 degrees, between 36 and 39, and winds north at 5 miles per hour. This is in the Anchorage Bowl. We've seen rain all day. We're going to continue to see that. And our weather headlines, rain begins the week, it clears up on Monday. And then as we start to see the rest of the week, midweek, we're looking for some sunshine. So for folks in South Central, it'll be rainy in the morning, then we'll start to see some clearing as we get into the afternoon. Temperature will be in the upper 40s. And then the middle part of the week, we are going to see some sunshine starting on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And with that, temperatures will be dropping as well. So that is a look at the forecast for much of our area in South Central Alaska. Now I want to go to the question. Forget Factoid is, it is fall and the colors of the leaves are changing. What elements create the color red? Is it anthocyanin, chlorophyll, carotenoid, or flavonoid? And I will tell you this, there is actually two possible answers to this. There's one that's more prevalent than the other, so you have a chance to guess both, and we'll go back and you can look at that and see what you come up with. Maybe you can answer it as well. So for you that are just joining us, we're going to, for you just joining us, here's our Forget Factoid for today. Meteorologist Robert Forget. We are looking for the answer to this. It is fall and the colors of the leaves are changing. What element creates the color red? For those of on Facebook that are just joining us, I just clued you in that we are doing a Forget Factoid. Then we'll talk about the weather. So hopefully you can get the answer. Is it anthocyanin, chlorophyll, carotenoid, or flavonoid? Please take a guess. We are starting to see the colors change, just like that picture you see on the right part of your screen. It has been beautiful. A lot more rusty colors this year, at least in the Anchorage Bowl. I don't see the vibrant colors except for some of the trees that are always red or yellow, but we've got a lot of rusty colors. So here is the answer. Hopefully you guessed. The answer actually is anthocyanin. That makes the red color. Chlorophyll is green. Carotenoid is orange, but you could get a little bit of red out of carotenoid. And then there's the flavonoids that create the yellow. So the sugar and saps that are trapped in the leaves produce those red and purple colors as the process of the changing of the seasons occur. And of course, the prevalent color most of the year, at least in the summer, is chlorophyll. Gives it the green, but those other elements are in the leaves, and as we start to lose sunlight, the chlorophyll shuts down, those colors come up. Hey, let's talk about today in Anchorage. And it has been cloudy and rainy. We're going to continue to see those clouds and that rain throughout this evening and into tomorrow, but things will clear out tomorrow night. And our temperature tonight will be down around 39 or so, and look for the rain to continue. And then as we get into tomorrow, temperatures will be in the upper 40s. Start off with rain, then we'll start to see some clearing as we get into the latter part of October 2nd, which is tomorrow. So that's the forecast for the Anchorage Bowl if you don't have time to join us for the whole cast. Temperatures have been in the 40s today, mid 40s now, and we just talked about that. Here's the metro area, 45 at Campbell Creek, 44 at Ship Creek, and at the Anchorage International Airport we're at 47, along with New Seward and Huffman. For those that have never been to Anchorage, this is the time of transition for us, and we really like this period of time as we kind of pull out our fat bikes and start pulling out our Thanksgiving decorations. Highs today, 48 in Anchorage, 48 in Fairbanks. 56 in Sitka was the high in the state, along with Hoonah and a few other places down in the southeast panhandle. And you can see there, we've seen 51 in Cold Bay, 52 in Ketchikan. But it is cool on the north slope. And I do want to mention a couple things before we look ahead, and that is we do have a couple watches and warnings. Winter is here for us, and especially in the interior section. Notice those purple and white sections. That's where some snow will start to develop tonight. We have a winter storm warning this evening through Tuesday, and that's for the eastern Alaska range south of Trim's Camp. Looking at about 8 to 14 inches with winds blowing about 50 miles per hour, so be aware of that. And that is kind of right around where you see the Fairbanks, where the label Fairbanks is kind of right there. Then we have a winter weather advisory, and that remains in effect all the way through 4 a.m. Monday to 4 a.m. on Tuesday, and that's for the northern half of the Copper River Basin. And that Copper River Basin is, I can't move this screen, but it's kind of between the E and Anchorage and the Fairbanks area. I'll show you in a little bit. Could get about 3 to 6 inches on the Richardson Highway. That's from Paxson to about the Isabel Pass, and then the Glen Highway and the Toke cutoff could see about 1 to 3 inches, so be aware. Monday afternoon through Tuesday AM. And we still have those high surf conditions on the west coast with those northerly winds. It brings the surf up and causes some erosion, especially on the north-facing coastline of the west coast. So let's move on. I'll show you what's going to happen here. So as we move, we're going to see the low pressure system that's in the Gulf of Alaska somewhat break down, but notice it's going to combine with the front that's been coming down from an Arctic low, and it will produce snow all in that area that you see, and that's where we have our watches and warnings and advisories for the next 24 hours to 48 hours. So that is why you see that. And as we move forward into Monday, then into Tuesday, things start to clear out, and that is when we expect to see some sunshine return not only to the interior but through South Central. It'll be cooler, and at night we'll be down in the 20s, but last night Anatuvik Pass was in the teens, and that's right there on the Brooks Range. So moving out to Tuesday, you can see a little band of moisture through Fairbanks all the way down through the Alaska Range, and that'll happen on Wednesday AM. But for the most part, Anchorage should be rather dry for much of the week. As we get into Wednesday, even things clear out more, but temperatures will start to drop. As we take a gander at what we have for precipitation for the next 48 hours in South Central, we're looking at about half an inch in Anchorage, about 1.68 inches in Cordova and Valdez. That's pretty typical. It's been raining much more on the Gulf Coast and also down in the southeast panhandle. By the time they're done, this time tomorrow or Tuesday, 48 hours from now, be over 2 inches in Juneau, about an inch and a quarter for Petersburg, and about an inch both for Ketchikan and Sitka. So our forecast calling for rain for the southeast panhandle. That rain continues, but it will taper off as we get into portions of tomorrow. Again, our winter storm warning for the eastern Alaska Range, that's that pink color, the fuchsia color, and then the purple color is the watches that we were talking about for Prince William, for the Copper River Basin, the northern part of Copper River Basin. But snow is on its way. Winter is here for the interior sections as we're getting some nice cool Arctic air that's going to produce snow in Utqiagvik and Dead Horse. Temperatures only 33 is your high, in the 20s tonight. And at Tuvik Pass will be about 24 as their high tomorrow. Now, Kotzebue, Nome, Gamble, temperatures right around 40 with mostly sunny skies, but that elevated surf through today and tonight, and then things should start to settle down as you see the winds will shift to the west and be rather light compared to what you had this weekend. Out in the Aleutian Chain, very sunny conditions and not too windy either. We'll see mostly sunny skies, temperatures in the mid to upper 40s, tonight's lows in the 30s. And for the Kenai Peninsula, I expect to see the sun start to come out for Homer and Kenai and Soldotna in the afternoon. The rain will start to clear. And for the valley, or for the Copper River Basin, again, we have that winter weather advisory for the northern part of the Copper River Basin, so careful driving there. And as we go ahead and look at Valdez, Whittier, and Cordova, where we'll see rain and temperatures in the 40s. For the valley, we'll start off with rain. I expect to see that taper off and then look for a little bit of sunshine as the day continues. And the Matsu Valley, Sonora, hopefully you just caught that forecast. We are going to see rain in the morning, and then I expect to see things taper off as the day goes on. Same thing for Anchorage and Girdwood. We'll start off with rain as this system pushes through, then things will start to dry out. Might get a few PM breaks actually up in the valley, so just be prepared for that. But look for rain tonight and tomorrow. Temperatures 30s tonight, 40s tomorrow. And speaking of that, let's look at our 7-day forecast for Anchorage. And the valley will share most of this forecast. Again, AM rain tapering off, then the skies will start to clear. Not sure we'll get a lot of clearing tomorrow, but I certainly know that the rain will turn off. And then we'll look at mostly sunny on Tuesday, Wednesday, then clouding up on Thursday with a chance again of clouds and maybe a little bit of snow or rain on Saturday or Sunday. I wouldn't be surprised if those temperatures are even cooler on Wednesday and Thursday in the evenings. We could be in the mid to upper 20s as we'll get some cool Arctic air coming in. So that is a quick look at our weather for much of Alaska. I always love this time of year. The colors are vibrant, and you start pulling out all your winter gear, get your skis ready, get those fat bikes. I'm a big fat bike rider. I love riding in the snow. It's so much fun because when you fall, it doesn't hurt. So, and everyone's putting away. Now's the time, of course, to cut down the plants, make sure they're all seasoned and ready to go. Put those hoses away, winterize your boats, your RV, whatever you might have to ensure they're protected before we really start getting those freezing temperatures, which we're here this week. So make sure you unplug those hoses so they don't freeze and crack. So I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope you have a wonderful day tomorrow, even though we're getting a little bit of rain. We're going to get that sun right behind it. Get that lawn work done, cut back and prune all those flowers. This is the week of transition because we're certainly going to start feeling the snow levels drop this week towards the end. And for those in Anchorage, those mountains will be a lot whiter after the snow moves out of the way, after the rain moves out of the way. And I think we'll probably see some snow as we get into the latter part of the week, at least in the evening, with one of the fronts pushing through. So, hey, be kind to yourself. Give yourself grace. Give those around you grace. And most of all, enjoy every day. It's such a treat to try to get out and enjoy all the wonderful things Alaska has to offer, especially if you get outside, take a little bit of a hike and just smell that air. It always smells good. So I'm meteorologist Robert Forget. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.